What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Corey Smith here at CoreFX, bringing you another pre-week technical analysis video. In this video, what I'll be doing is going over the technical analysis of the charting of the major foreign currency pairs, the majors with the US crosses, and a couple cross pairs that I like for this week moving forward. Also, new addition to this video, I will throw in a few cryptocurrency charts that I'm analyzing. As I covered in my last video, I went over all the fundamental news for the foreign currencies, and I mentioned I'll be covering the cryptos this week. I'm not investing in them. I'm not buying e-wallets and buying the actual coins and holding them the whole value. I'm not doing that. All I'm doing is trading them as I do foreign currencies. I am speculating on the change in price, and I am looking to take advantage of trends in the cryptocurrency markets. What I'm looking for right now is just the strong pairs that are trending strong, and I'm looking for pullbacks and ways to get into the trend. With this asset class, it is booming right now, and across the board, a lot of cryptocurrencies are just shooting up in value. So I'm strictly looking for longs, I'm strictly looking for pullbacks, and I'm strictly looking for pairs that are moving nicely. All just using the charts. I'm not going over anything with what the technology is behind them, what blockchain is, what each individual currency is. I don't even know what these pairs are. I just look at the symbol and I trade it that way. Yes, this could be a little bit blind. I'm not risking a lot. I have a small account. I'm opening small position sizes. However, it's a very new asset class and there's not that much information on it. There's not much historical price data to use. So I have a very specific, a very simple price action strategy. I made a YouTube video covering that if you look on my page. However, I will be looking to join in on the trends in some of these pairs, and I'll show some analysis here in this video. So starting with the majors, we've got the euro dollar here. Beautiful play, just as we had called last week. As you can see, price has been setting a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We had this inverted head and shoulders here, broke the neckline, came back to retest in this strong zone. As you can see, it was resistance here, support back here, very strong all along here. Tapped it, and then price shot higher, broke into new territory, setting a higher high. This week, we could expect the same. Could expect price to now pull back to this range in here, look for a pullback reversal, and go long. But we'll have to wait and see if this perfect trend continues. Pound, dollar, very similar. We've had a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We based up here, setting this higher low, pinned off the 20 SMA and broke above this resistance. We now have a break and close above, so this is a very significant indicator of us that price is going to be bullish. So I don't chase bullish momentum like this. I wait for price to pull back a little bit, and then I enter in the direction of the trend. So I'll be looking for trading opportunities here as well. Dollar CAD, I'm actually in a position of this right now. I'm in a short position. We had this strong move lower, then this bounce for a couple days here, some weakness in the CAD off of NAFTA predictions, US possibly pulling out. As you can see, we came up here, hit this 382 fib level, which was also a nice supply zone up here, and we got some candlestick patterns. We got a spinning top here, and then a bearish engulfing, sorry, and I entered short around this range, and it ended up moving nicely at the end of the day on Friday, but I'm expecting it to at least come back down here to the 123.75-ish range. But all in all, I am still very bearish on the CAD dollar now. I like strong CAD, I like strong weak dollar, and this chart is rolling over, so I'm going to be looking for shorts on this pair. Aussie dollar is the opposite. I like strong Aussie, I like weak dollar, so I'm going to be looking for longs. We had this false break out of this low base here, which led to a very strong push higher, set a higher high, pulled back a little bit, higher low. Before much of a pullback correction at all, we then shot higher again and set new higher highs, so I'm expecting price to now continue higher. This also showed us a significant break and close above this strong zone that we've got right here, as you can see. Break and close above. This is a very significant price action, telling us that price is bullish and more than likely price will go higher. But what we want to do now is look for the right opportunities to enter. New Zealand dollar, another very nice looking chart here. We got this inverted head and shoulders type of pattern here. reversed this downtrend, blew higher, and we did actually break through. I thought we were going to get more of a bounce off this zone. To be honest, I thought this supply zone and resistance was going to be stronger and would push us down a little lower, maybe back to the 200 SMA, but it just stalled out a little bit up here and then continued to rip higher. However, now we are on another pretty significant level. You can see all this price responding to this area. So this tells us this is a pretty significant zone, and we have a spinning top candle that's an indecision candle. Buyers and sellers, no one's winning the battle. It's kind of an agreement on price here. So this can signal a swing high, which could mean we could get the pullback now and then look for buying opportunities to then continue higher. Dollar yen, nice sell-off this week. Last week I had predicted this bounce. I saw that it was hitting this strong zone again. I predicted this bounce. Bounce didn't last too long though. We came up, another spinning top candle, and then this bearish engulfing candle pretty much was a nice indicator that price would continue lower, and it did in fact rip lower all the way down to here. Now we are on very strong support. It's also a nice demand zone, as you can see from this strong push away. So I do think the dollar yen will struggle at this zone. I think we might see a little bit of a bounce before we continue lower and test this trend line, see if we can break out of this area and set a lower low, entering into territory we haven't been in a while. So we'll see if we're able to do that with the yen this week. All in all though, I do see a little bit of a bounce coming here. Dollar, Swiss franc, nice looking chart finally here. We got a little bit of a trend going on. We got the moving averages sloping. Still need to cross below the 200 with these, but we set a lower low, set a lower high. Now we're crushing lower to set another lower low. If I throw some zones in down here, we see where we have some areas price is going to struggle on in the future, specifically right there. So just look for bounces. Maybe price will pull back and retest this area here before continuing lower again, or maybe it'll just continue to fall. But again, another pair that we want to be looking for shorts on. I like the dollar weak, I like the Swiss franc strong, so we'll be looking for pairs there as well. Take us to the New Zealand yen. I like this setup. We have a strong uptrend going now. As you can see, price is setting higher highs and higher lows. We have the 20 SMA crossed above the 200. It's above the 50, sloping upward. The 200 is curved now to start sloping upward as well. We had price move strongly higher, hit this zone, pull back a little bit, and then we got a nice bullish engulfing off of this. Price came back to retest this area of resistance turn support, and then we have this bullish engulfing bounce off. Yes, price did pull back a little bit on Friday here, but a lot of times with bullish engulfing candles, you will see about a 50% retracement of the candle before price continues higher. So that being said, I think the New Zealand yen is going to continue higher this week and set a new higher high. I would like it to make its way up to around 82 this week, we'll say. But all in all, I think it'll go up to 82.50 in the next couple of weeks. So we'll have to wait and see, but I do like that pair long. Next, I want to look at the pound Swiss franc. We have price continuing to range under this resistance here. As you can see, price has struggled to break this resistance for a while. We are moving sideways, but this is still an uptrend. You can see this trend line still being respected. We're still above the 20 and the 50 SMAs and the 200. They're kind of moving sideways now, but they're still in an uptrend. 20 is still above it, and price is above the two of them. So we are in an uptrend. We just got a nice bullish engulfing bounce off of this 20 SMA. So if we see price come and close above this, I think we could see price move up and set a higher high, or at least retest back up to this 134, 134.50 range in here. But I do like this pair to the upside, so I'll be looking to catch longs on the pound Swiss franc. I know this is going short against the Swiss franc, and I just said that I leg it long, but we want to watch all options, and technical analysis shows if the Swiss franc is weak, this will be where we'll be looking to take advantage of that. Also, the Euro Swiss franc, another one that I like. These pairs are typically very correlated, so you can see we have a long period of time here where there's not much going on, but we did have a significant break and close above structure here that happened on Friday. So that tells me there could be some stronger moves coming. As you can see, whenever there's a significant break and close, we have a nice strong move. So we'll have to wait and see If we get that here, we broke out and had a strong move up, bounced around a little, but has continued to trickle higher since. And 2 back-to-back strong bullish momentum days. We'll see if this can continue higher, but I like this pair to the upside if we do. And then New Zealand CAD. I know I like the CAD strong, but this chart is nice. And again, we have to play all sides. If you look at this here, we were in this range for quite some time down here with these 2 pairs. And now this week we did break out. I called this last week that we would have a higher low set here and price would move higher. That's what it did. We came and set a higher high. Now price is pulling back. I think we'll retest this area. If we drop it down a time frame, we could probably throw a little Fibonacci action out here, see where a nice entry point would be. And I would say in this sweet spot of the 382 to 50 range would be a nice area to look for a pullback. That's a nice retest section. And we could look to take some longs off of this pair here, as I do like this to the upside as well. Now what I'm going to do is switch over to a couple crypto pairs and see what we've got going on here. Again, with these pairs, we don't have much market data to go off of. So we don't have much structure or support resistance or trend lines or much to follow. So what I'm going to be doing is identifying strong moving pairs and try to get in on them. You've got the Bitcoin and what is this, Litecoin, I think it might be, that was ripping higher. We had, using a little bit of market structure analysis here, we had price come set a higher high, higher low, and then price has set a lower high and didn't quite set a lower low, because you can see this is the low here that we set. But as you can see, price is kind of undecided here. We kind of have little bit of range bound funky price action going on, so I'm not trading this pair. This isn't what I'm looking for in cryptos, this one either. Do have a little bit of a consolidation going on. Price is starting to tighten, so breakout could occur, but I'm not looking to trade pairs that aren't strong trending, as I already went over with you guys. So one chart I do like is, I think this is Ripple. This chart here, as you can see, we had some pretty ridiculous moves up. Price set highs, pulled back now to about the 50% Fibonacci of this level. This was a nice demand zone. As you can see with this pullback, price exploded higher after. And these long rejection wicks are showing us every time sellers push price lower, and every time price comes down to around this $1.80 level, buyers come in and push it higher. So we just had this nice double rejection here. This is, yeah, you can say this is a bullish engulfing, but I don't consider bullish engulfings if it's not a nice strong bull candle. This is still a little indecisive candle. So I wouldn't say jump on long right away, but this is definitely a pair that I would say looks to be heading higher. You can see it's now in this strong zone. We have a little bit of a counter trend line going on here that we can say price is testing on right now. You can throw another little level in here, and potentially maybe you could have a trading opportunity if price breaks out there to ride it back up to at least this high and see what you can do. But this is something I'll be watching for long opportunities with this pair. Don't know anything about what it is. I'm just showing you guys technical price action breakdowns. We could see a little bit of a head and shoulders possibly forming here, but I still think price action is moving higher, and I'll be looking for longs, if anything, on this pair. This cross I like. I caught this trade actually yesterday. If I take it down the time frame, you can see on the hourly I had a counter trend line break, and then moving averages crossed here. We had a nice bullish engulfing off of this good zone in here. And this showed me that this pair could break to the upside, and that's exactly what it did. And I caught a nice long off of it here. Still riding it out right now. Another trade that I caught was on this pair. As you can see, perfect price action. We're in this really nice uptrend. Have this base formed here. Based here. Price broke out, pulled back, bullish engulfing off of it on the 4 hour. On the hourly, we had price come in here. We had this double rejection. After this failed to break, pushed higher. This failed to break, push higher. We had a bullish engulfing off of here. We had a nice strong hammer candle here, another wick candle here, entered long, and it blew into record highs now, and it is just continuing to push higher. Another pair, I'll be looking for pullbacks on this as well, and if we want to apply this exact same tactic, we can make this area of structure here. We can throw a Fibonacci level on here, and we can see, boom, 382, 50. This is the golden ratio that I used for Fibonacci. These are pretty much the only ones I'll trade, 382 or 50, 618, 681. So this is where my sweet spot is for pullbacks, and yeah, with cryptos I'll be checking out the 23.6 just because it's a significant strong trending pullback zone. So when there's, you know, just a very parabolic or strong trending pair, the pullbacks typically aren't very large, so 23.6 offers good opportunities in strong trending markets to get in. So I'll be looking on that on cryptos, but with FX I typically just look at 382, 50, 618. Those are my main Fibonacci zones that I'll be using. So that's this one. And one more that I saw in here that was decent was this guy. This is the perfect kind of pair I'm looking for. When we've got moves like this going on, that's a pair I want to be trading. So as you can see, it's just ripping higher, getting a pullback now. If you look on this chart, you can see this would have been a perfect buy opportunity using the style I'm telling you guys about. We're in a beautiful uptrend. Structure is broken. Comes back to retest it. You could have gotten in right here even on this bullish engulfing candle off of that zone. If you wanted to wait for a little bit of a pullback, you could have gotten in like here, let's say. Throw the stop below the lows. Initial target up here. It's a 2.5 to 1 risk to reward right off the bat. Really just a good trade opportunity. This is the kind of trades I'll be looking for. This is what I'll mainly be trying to find in these crypto pairs. So that's my crypto analysis. That's what I'll be looking. I made a YouTube video about it. Check it out if you're interested, and you can see my journey into the cryptocurrencies. I'm not an expert on them. I'm just applying simple price action, technical analysis to the charts and seeing where it takes me. I'll keep you guys updated on the journey. But it's been a pretty volatile first week trading them. There's really no position size calculation you can do. Each pair, as you can see, this one's $16. Then you got the Bitcoins, the LTCs, the $250, 14,000, and then you've got ones that are fractions of pennies. So it's really hard to calculate position sizes. I've had some pretty crazy fluctuations in my account. My account now is 3 times what it was when I started it, but it could have easily been blown. So I'm really just messing around with small volume, trying to get a feel for these pairs. I'll keep you guys updated on my journey, and I'll keep posting things about it. I'm not really going over too much other than technical charts with them. However, you guys can see how my analysis transfers over to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world on here. So thank you guys. I appreciate you sticking to these videos. If you're new to watching them, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and comment any suggestions you have, and check out CoreFXTrading.com, my website, as well as T3 Live. They are broadcasting these videos. I'm hosting these videos for them. Great YouTube page and educational site with T3 Live. One of the biggest names in trading, so make sure you check them out as well. Thank you guys. Really appreciate taking the time, and I will see you next week.